My name is Kiran SETHI. I am the founder of the Riverside School in India and Design for Change. I think for me, student agency is not a linear way to look at abilities and competencies of children. For me, student agency is a more systemic way of thinking about who you are, what your role is in the world that we live in, and also it's more a collaborative way of thinking about change. So it's not just one person making change, but it's a way of looking at agency that you bring to a system and to a collaboration. So for me, student agency is competencies that are built and start with empathy, the idea of observing the world around you, to believe that you have the skills to be and make a change, and then not just to leave it at imagination, but to action these for real change for self as well as others. The most powerful agency comes from a more collaborative viewpoint of the world. You know, the roles and responsibilities you take to understand that you're not just a passive recipient of what the world gives you, but you're an active participant in the story of the world. So I believe that in this world, the skills that would be needed would be what we call future thinking skills. The idea that we are confident in the uncertainty. So student agency will be the one inherent competency that schools must spend their time in investing in. But the ability to understand how the world works, how this knowledge can actually be applied for further good, the ability to navigate this uncertain world and to be able to shape it in ways that are better, I believe will only come with the skills learned through student agency. I think citizen agency, the real belief that children will graduate believing that they are change makers for the greater good. For me, I think that is why it's so urgent right now that education reimagines what the purpose of that time is with children. Education around the world still is devoted to the idea of grades being the one metric by which they believe students are successful. I think challenging that is going to be the biggest mindset shift that has to happen in education, to believe that children are not just markable, but they are remarkable, and they have the ability to make change happen, and it's not to be delayed. I often find that education struggles with the idea that with any change they ask the first question, can they get better academic scores? You know, so that mind shift has to happen, that your academic scores are no longer determinant of student success or student well-being.